What's going on, guys? One love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night, Lad versus Dumont. Predictions, breakdown, guys. Before I get started, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, and subscribe to my Patreon account for all the face-off predictions, prop bets, and combination parlays, okay? We got 10 fights in this card. One fight just fell off, just as about to go and break it down. Believe that's the Julian Marquez and Jordan Wright fight just fell off. Marquez health issues. A lot of fights fell off, but then they made exchanges and brought some people in, to make the matchups. So first fight we're gonna look at, we have Irene Carnelossi versus Estella Nunes. With our lean here, reading from my notes, guys. Gotta take the notes down. Arlene is the physical stronger woman here, in my opinion, but she's also hittable, right? She loads up a lot, push forward, kind of brawling kind of style she have there, very aggressive, but she can let the hands go though. But what I'm saying is more like she's swinging wild, but there's still kind of form in it. I mean, I'm saying you can be a brawler, but you can be a kind of like a technical brawler, like the punches are connecting, and sometimes it doesn't. She has good endurance, and so she's very aggressive pushing forward, and she would take this fight to the ground also. Her opponent here is Estella Nunes. Estella Nunes here hasn't fought since 2018. She fought one time 2018 in one championship, one time 2017, and a couple times in 16. So she ain't active at all, man. She definitely not consistent in fighting. So I mean, 2018, man, that's a pretty much a while back, right? She's gonna have the 2-inch of height here, right? Like I said, I'm reading from my notes, guys. Last time she fought was 218. Not very active fighter here. Fought one time 18, 17, 16. That's reading from my notes, guys. She is light in the feet. She'll put that jab on you. She have decent movement, but she can get taken down though. She can get out muscled, get pushed around in the clinch. She can get put against the cage. She has more of a Thai base, very aggressive, straightforward. Her striking is not bad though, you know what I'm saying? But she don't really pack the power on the strikes though, right? She don't really have that one-hitter quitter, right? She can get out muscled and control on the ground. And the reason why she'd been out for so long, I guess from 2018, she was supposedly flagged by USADA, right? So she was supposed to go to the UFC, you saw here, for Angela Hill, and she got flagged by USADA. So she was out for a little while, so I think that's the reason why. So, I mean, you don't know what to expect from her, so it's kind of difficult. I mean, I like her skill set. She against Arena, I mean, she could beat Arena because I feel like she's more technical on the feet and she's light and move around, but then there's a strength advantage here, a physical advantage, and probably mental too. But then you look at the 218, I mean, fought 19, 20, 21, and then you saw the business, so you just don't know what to expect. So I'm gonna go for Arena for the win here, guys, and I'm gonna say Arena by decision, man. Could also be a finish, probably KOT by ground and pound, but I must say decision, and I'm definitely not confident in this one because I have a feeling that Estella could pull this fight off, man, because she's more technical, and her striking is not bad, and her ground at times is not bad either, but she can get out muscle and taken down. And this girl here, Arena, is like a tank. She's gonna go in there and push and pick you up and slam you down and just keep going. And she has the power, she has the strength, and she has the endurance. And she wasn't busted by USADA. I mean, by the look of her, I don't know. But I mean, she looks like an action figure. Look at her shoulders, dude, and her arms. Oh man, she got probably bigger arms than me. Bigger shoulders, man. Alright, so I'm liking Arena for this one, guys, and I say Arena by decision. Not confident at all, okay? Next fight here, guys. We have Brandon Davis, who making a comeback here, versus Danaa Batgerel. With Brandon Davis here, man. Brandon Davis is a pretty well-rounded dude here. He's very durable and very experienced guy. Got kicked to the UFC, record of 2-5 record. Then he went on and then got a couple of wins, man. So he got 4 wins in a row out of Gulf Coast MMA, right? So he picked up 4 wins there, and the UFC took him back. He didn't have a 2-inch of height, 2-inch of reach, striking base, and from what I see from his recent fights here, man, he's looking kind of good, man. You know what I mean? He looks more alert now. His timing, his striking has gotten better from, you know, when he was in the UFC, from what I see. But again, he's fighting lower guys though, so it's not like he's fighting top, you know, like top competitors. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting lower level guys now. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, he actually looks, you know, better than what he did in the UFC, and you know, he let me see here. Looks and he actually looks and performs like a different fighter. I'm reading from my notes here, guys. But then again, he's fighting lower level competition. Okay. Davis, like I said, he can take this fight anywhere. He can take it to the ground. He can submit you. He can knock you out by KO, take you on the foot. You know what I'm saying? There's different ways that Brandon can pull this fight off. I say he's a pretty well-rounded guy, and I would say that he's an experienced guy, man. For Giga Chikarte, you know, for a couple guys in UFC, Zabit actually, when Zabit was fighting, I don't think Zabit fights anymore, man. I think he retired, but he's fighting a couple of guys here, man. So he's making a comeback here. His opponent here, I'm just going to say Bat. Bat here, he's a heavy hitter, man. He will counter you, though. He loves to counter you when you're coming in, right? He catch you coming in, and he's quick. These guys are quick, guy is durable. His counters are nasty, man, and he usually get his knockouts, finishes in the first round, right? So this guy usually pull off, let's see here, first round. He usually pull off his wins them in the first round. Usually, you know, he has some unanimous decision here over Kaikar of France. Some second rounds here, but usually in the first round you can see is when he catches you, and he usually counters you coming in. Problem about this fight here, with Bat here, when you have a guy like that who's a heavy hitter like that, and I believe majority of his wins are by knockout. When he's countering you, usually he catch you on point, man. He has 5 by KO. He's never been finished. He's a durable guy, man. David's going to have the height and reach in here, and what I see from Bat, he seems to get tired later on in the rounds, and he relies a lot on that overhand to counter you, right? I feel Brandon is a little bit more... Brandon's a little more composed, look for openings, and has more tools, in my opinion. I feel Brandon can take this fight to the ground. Like I said, Brandon can take this fight anywhere. He could stand up or take it to the ground. And I feel Brandon is a little more experienced guy, man. So I'm going to push here towards Brandon for the win here, guys. But I'm not confident because Bat could win. Because Bat may be the quicker fighter here. Actually, Bat is a quicker fighter here. And is quicker off the counters. But I feel if Davis, you know, in his corner study footages, they could see that and set up a game plan. Maybe mixed up a little bit, but I'm not confident in this one, guys. But I must say Brandon Davis by decision, but I'm not confident. All right. Next fight here, we have Lupita Godidas versus Luna Carolina. So Lupita's fighting again in a week. Ooh, that's quick. That's quick, man. That's quick. Her last fight was last week. It was 10:09, and she lost to Savannah, which I had Savannah winning that. So I may not go against her this time around, right? Lupita here, she just fought. She got a submission over Savannah Gomez here by armbar in first round, real quick. She's quick, aggressive. We look for the takedowns, obviously look for the submissions, and she will let her hands go. Her hands pack power, and she don't look bad, right? Her technique doesn't look bad. She will also look for takedowns, submissions. She's quick and very explosive woman, man. The speed is her thing. Speed produces power, and she push forward. She let the hands go. She can switch levels, and she can get the takedowns, right? Her opponent here, Carolina is going to have the freaking 8-inch of reach. She has an 8-inch of reach over her, dude. That's a long freaking reach. She should win this fight automatically for us having that reach and a 4-inch of height. But there's a but, though. She doesn't use her reach well, though. That's the thing. like I said, having that reach, you should automatically win. But sometimes fighters, they don't know how to use the reach properly. They don't know how to set up the distance and the range properly so they can implement that. They don't know how to keep the fight at their range, and especially having that long reach. She should be way outside, and the jab should be like a slingshot. Blah, 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 blah. Especially with smaller glove zone, like a slingshot. Bam, bam, and then after the slingshot follows up, maybe kick or maybe the straight down the pocket, or maybe a combination from off the jab. You know what I'm saying? Hit the jab straight, you can go to the body, then maybe a head kick and leg. You know what I'm saying? You mix it up like that. And you keep it that long, you just circle around, going a circle and lateral movement. So your footwork is what's going to carry you. You're not just using the jab, it's your footwork. And Carolina I don't really see her do that. I'm not saying she won't do it in this fight, but I haven't seen her doing that. Right? She can get taken down too. And the next thing, she's going to be the slower fighter here. She's going to be the slower fighter. And speed kills, man. I mean, if Lupita come in here, throw a couple punches and just, drop for double single, most likely she's going to get her down. And I feel Lupita is more physically stronger woman here too. Right? And she can get backed up against the cage. You can put her against the cage, back her up, clinch her, and just beat her up against the cage. You can overpower her with brute strength and also technique. But with Lupita has a lot of power, a lot of strength, right? And she will go for takedowns. And like I said with Carolina, if she used her footwork and used the reach well, then it's different. Because Lupita gonna be just eating jabs, bam, jab, jab. And when she go for takedown, she's sprawling her, and a lot of that gonna take speed and timing. And Carolina, from what I see, she hasn't been doing that. So it's difficult for me to pick her, and because I haven't seen her do that. And that's basically, she was getting taken down by Poliano. She got taken down that fight. And Liski knee bar, you know what I'm saying? It's like, with Priscilla here, she's a brawler coming there and throw the hands, but her level is not at any really high level, really. She's coming in there and just go wow. And if she catches you. So you're dealing with a fighter that's not too technical. But with Lupita, she has different games. She has different strengths that she can go to. She can throw the hands, she got the speed, and she can go for takedowns, and she can get submissions. So I'm liking Lupita for this fight, guys. And it's a short notice for Lupita, but like I said, she just fought last week. So she's basically ready for this fight. So I have Lupita by decision, guys, and I'm not confident in this one because of reach advantage. And if Carolina comes in there, like I said, guys, I'm not here to disrespect any fighter, and all these fighters here, if they put the work in and they come in here and fight, and they put on a good performance, and then that's basically it. To put your health on the line like that is the dangerous thing, because it's not an easy sport to get into. A lot of these fighters and women and men, they take a lot of damage in these things, so it's not an easy sport to go into, man. To come in here and get kicked in the face and get punched in the face, dude, it's not for everybody. Believe me, it's not for everybody, man. It's not anybody and everybody can do this. It's a dangerous sport, man. So I'm going with Lupita here, guys. I'm going to say Lupita by decision, but not confident because, like I said, the reach advantage. And if Carolina come in here and then use her footwork and pop the jab and somewhat follow up from off the jab, she could probably pull off a decision if she can keep that going for 3 rounds. And I don't see she keeping that going for 3 rounds. Lupita by decision. Next fight here, guys. We have Danny Roberts, hot chocolate in the house, versus Ramazan Emeev. Danny Roberts here, I've been seeing him in a while, man. Hot chocolate. His name is still Hot Chocolate. Yeah, his name is still Hot Chocolate, man. Last time he fought was 219 against Zalim, if you guys remember that fight, right? Which is a good win for him, Hot Chocolate Danny Roberts, man, he's a skilled guy, man. Having fought since 219, like I mentioned, he can get wild at times, but he's going to be the quicker fighter here. He's pretty well-rounded guy. He got the ground, he got the submissions, and his boxing is not bad, right? He's going to have the 6-inch of reach, which is massive, guys. He got a 6-inch of reach, 3-inch of height. And like I said, he's well-rounded, but he can get hurt underfoot. He get flash knockdowns, but then he will recover, right? He will also gas out, and he usually gasses out somewhere in the 2nd round. But with Danny Roberts here, man, he will be looking good, and then he start going for sloppy takedowns, like he just dives at you, and then his chest hit the ground, and he loses positioning. You know what I'm saying? Or you can catch him with something just in the 1st round, and then he gets hurt. But then this guy here, he has a mental. So there's sometimes he will fight through it, and sometimes he won't. So it's kind of like, it's like an up and down thing, you know what I'm saying? It's just an up and down, and you can tell by the record, it's an up and down thing, you know what I'm saying? You win 2, lose 1, win 2, you lose 1. You know what I'm saying? He lose 2 here. I mean, he may probably win. You know what I'm saying? He may probably win the next one here. You know, he lose 2 and win 2. But like I said, he hasn't been in there since 2019. So take a look at Emeev here. Emeev is a pretty well-rounded guy too. Obviously, the Dagestan in Russia. You know, everybody's like Khabib. So when you see a Russian fighter, it's automatically that this guy's gonna go in there and kick some ass. You know, he's gonna go in there and lace the legs up and just ground and pound you. But it's not everybody. He's not all Russian fighters are like that. Remember, there's a person. You know what I'm saying? The person, no, it's not just you're Russian. This is this person that you gotta put the work in, right? So Emeev is a pretty well-rounded guy too. Last time he fought was 2021. Got a win over David Zawada there. He will look for the takedown. Definitely look for the takedown, and he will look for the submissions. He will also fade in later rounds, but this guy mixed up pretty well. You know what I'm saying? His hands are not bad. His kicking, his combination, his defense, and his takedowns, his wrestling is his main thing. So he will look for the doubles and single legs in you. But don't sleep on the Roberts though, because Roberts can catch him with something and hurt him. And Emeev's been hurt in the fight a couple times already. But I'm liking Emeev for this win. I just feel Emeev's, you know, has been active, and his skill set is not bad, man. And his skill set is a little more tighter than Roberts. Robert can get sloppy at times, especially with his takedowns and his striking. He can get sloppy, so there's kind of holes in there. But with Emeev is more put together. So I'm going to go with Emeev to the win here, guys. And I'm going to say Emeev by decision, guys. Not confident in this one because Hot Chocolate, you just never know, man. As I said, Hot Chocolate is up and down all the time. So he may come in here and pull off a win. He just pulled off a win against the guy here. Against Zalim, who's also from Russia. All right, so, and you know, he got him with a second round knockout. So don't sleep on Hot Chocolate, because Hot Chocolate is a very experienced guy too. All right, but I like it. Emeev by decision. Next fighter, we got Andrei Sanchez versus Bruno Silva. Andrei Sanchez here. Andrei Sanchez is gonna have the 2-inch of reach. He is well-rounded wrestling base. He will more grind against the cage and take you down. We'll also mixed up with the striking, but he's hateable though. He's hateable. You can catch him straight out the pocket, especially with that jab, and straight out the pocket you catch him. He doesn't move his head well. He's implementing more of a karate kind of base there, but you know, I mean, it works for him, and it doesn't look bad doing it. But he's still hateable though, right? But his main thing is his wrestling. He's also been knocked out 4 times. Like I said, he doesn't really take a hit too well. So this is a guy where, if you want to say chinny kind of way, you know what I'm saying? So, but he's been switching up his style a little bit. He's been going towards more the striking, and then he mixed up with the wrestling. I think before he was going straight wrestling, and then he would get gas out. But he's not a bad fighter though, but he doesn't really handle hits too well. So it depends on what kind of guy he's fighting. If the guy's a heavy hitter, and then Sanchez can't take him down, and Sanchez will be a problem. Okay, with Bruno Silva here, Bruno Silva is a pretty well-rounded guy here, man. He is a freaking heavy hitter. This guy is raw power. 17 by knockout, 3 by decision, but he lost 5 by submission though. So this is a guy here, if your wrestling game is good and your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game is good, you could beat this guy just by taking him down, double single leg. Can Sanchez do that? Yeah, I can see Sanchez taking him down, but the problem with that though is that if he can get a takedown, can he consistently do it? If you look at Sanchez's record here, or if you look at his wins, he doesn't really have any submissions. I think he may have 2 by submission, but that was his first 2 fights in his, I believe on his record that he had. He has 2 by submission, so he's mostly 6 by KO, so usually more KO and more decision. Can he submit Bruno? I mean, it's possible. It's possible, man, but Sanchez been knocked out 4 times. Bruno been submitted 5 times, so it's not like Sanchez is more like a submission guy. He's more like a grinder, like a wrestler, basically. So he's going to take you down and lay on you. Can you hold Bruno Silva down for that long? I don't know. That's his thing. And it takes one freaking shot, especially for Sanchez. It takes one shot. Against Wilton Thurman, Wilton Thurman was trying to do that. He was trying to hold on Bruno Silva. He was trying to hold him, but he was unable to hold him down. And Wilton Thurman is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt with submissions. I'm not sure if Andrei Sanchez is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but from what I remember, I don't think he is, but I could be wrong. But this is a fight where it can go either way, and I can see Andrei Sanchez getting a win here if he can maintain the wrestling. If he can maintain the takedowns and grind out the win. Sanchez submitting him, I don't really see that, but it's possible. You know, anything is possible in the sport, so I can't really say, oh, he can't, because he has two, but it's early in his career. You know, but he has none in the UFC. He's only by knockouts and going by decision. Just for the fact that Bruno Silva's raw power and he can stop takedowns, and he's been getting better. His last time he got submitted was 2016 by Komoro, and against Morris Ribbon, which is a very experienced guy. And after that, he haven't got submitted. Hasn't really been fighting too much though, but his last fight was against Wilton Thurman. Just for the fact of that, you know what I mean, he hasn't been submitted in a while. I may go with Bruno Silva here, but I'm not confident in this one, guys, because I could see Sanchez grinding a win out here, man, even just by decision. If Sanchez can keep up that wrestling and takedown, I can see him pulling off a win, guys. So this fight here, I'll be super careful with it, because I do see Sanchez can get a win if he can avoid the power from Silva. He can definitely win this fight. And if you look at Silva's record here, I mean, he has some 4th round knockout here, so he's not just all a 1st round finisher guy. He has some 3rd round. Those 3rd rounds are by decision, obviously, so he can go to decision and win the fight. So it's not just all 1st round finisher, which you should say majority is 1st round. But then he has some decision in there too, and he has some 2nd round finishes, and also 3rd by decision and 4th. So he's not just straight 1st rounds. So I'm going with Silva here, guys, but I'm not confident, and be careful with this one because Sanchez could edge out a win just by wrestling and grinding. But I must say Silva by 1st round KO TKO, guys. All right. Next fighter, we got Ľudovít Klein versus Nate Landwehr. Ľudovít Klein here, he's a pretty well-rounded guy. He's a finisher, man. Only went one time to decision, man. That's it. All of his wins are just by, I believe, all by knockout. Pretty much, right? And some 2nd round by submission here, but just all by knockout and some by submission. He has quick hands, quick combos, quick head kicks. His head kicks are quick. We'll mix it up. He's kind of a sprinter in a while, but I felt like he got robbed. He got robbed in his last fight, and hopefully we don't have those same judges on this card, man. But he got definitely robbed his last fight, man. And like I said, hopefully those judges that judge this fight, you know, is not on this card. I guess Michael Trizano, that fight, Michael Trizano won that by unanimous decision. Really? Split, I could see it, but I felt like Klein won that fight. But hey, that was a freaking robbery. They're trying to make it look like Klein never win any rounds. Really? I don't know how that's possible. I had Klein winning 1st and 2nd round, maybe 3rd, maybe Trizano I could have edged out, but I had Klein winning the 1st and 2nd round. So, like I said, Klein is a very experienced guy. He has 8 by submission and 8 by knockout. So he finishes basically all his fights except for 1 by decision. Nate is going to have the 2-inch of reach. Nate Landwehr is going to have a 2-inch of height. But the thing about Landwehr, man, he's too open though, man. He kind of remind me of who the hell he remind me of? He remind me of a Darren Elkins, which he beat Darren Elkins. He's hittable. He doesn't move his head off center line. I want to say he's kind of chinny at times. Doesn't really handle a hit too much because of the way he fights. He takes a lot of damage. And like I said, you keep getting punched in the face consistently, and you're not defending yourself. You're not moving your legs. you're not doing the hitting and avoid getting a hit, it's going to take a toll on you. And eventually, after a while, it doesn't take much for you to get knocked out. But he will let his hands go, though. But he's easy to get countered because he doesn't move his head off center line. His reaction time is slow. And against Klein is freaking quick. He's a quick dude, man. And he usually gets off in that first round. And if you look at Landwehr here, he got finished by Rosa first round. He beat Darren Elkins. He got finished by a knee in the first round by Burns. So as I say, his reaction time is not there. So he's not quick enough to take that head off center line, and he's kind of flattened the foot. And he's open. When he throws his punches, you can counter him because of speed. And freaking Klein gonna be the way quicker guy here. So I'm liking Klein for the win here, guys. And I must say Klein by KOTQ in the first, but I'm not confident. And the reasons for that, because Nate, like I said, is kind of like a Darren Elkins. You know, he's a guy that will come in there and take a bunch of hits, and if you don't finish him, he may come back and beat you. Okay, so that's why I say he's kind of like a Darren Elkins, man, and he takes a lot of damage. Yeah, it's 8 by KO and 6 by decision. So there's a guy that could come back and pull off the win if you don't finish him. He takes a lot of damage. But from the fights you know, that I've seen with the Rose and all other fights, he's just been getting clean knocked out. But I'm liking Klein, and I'm going to say Klein by KOTQ first. Not confident, guys. Okay. Next fighter, we got Manon Fiorot versus Maria Silva. Manon Fiorot here. Farat, she got a strong kickboxing karate kind of base there, man. Mostly karate base, but in karate, you know, when you're competing, they say kickboxing, right? Her ground has improved. I'm impressed with Farat here. I'm impressed with her skill set, man. Her counters, her combination, her kicking combination, her punching combination, her movement, timing, her precision in the striking is on point. This chick here, if she can, as I said, her ground is getting better, but I still feel that more work needs to be done. I could see she fighting Valentina Shevchenko at 125. I can see she going up to fight Valentina Shevchenko. And I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to prep her to have a fight with Valentino, right? Because she has the skills. She has the skills, like I was talking about, to hang with Valentino. I'm not sure she'll beat her though, but she has the skills to keep up a fight with her, especially on the stand-up. The ground game though, I think Valentino, I know Valentina has a little more experience. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Valentina is a more experienced woman too. So they're definitely trying to give a win here to Farat, right? They're trying to build her record, man. Her opponent here is Silva. Silva, stand-up wise, she's kind of flat-footed at times. More have a Muay Thai kind of base there. Her head doesn't leave center line, so she is hittable. She's going to be the slower fighter here. She can get grounded out too. You can take her to the ground and pound her. You can go side mount, half. You can just beat her up on the ground. But she will look for the submission though. Once you're in guard and she has you in the guard, she will look for arm bars, and that's mostly what she look for. Most of her fights are done by armbar. She got, I think, 3 arm bars and a ninja choke there, and I believe she has I think that's it. Yeah, so mostly she looks for arm bars. So this is a fight where I feel that the more technical fighter here is going to be Farat, especially on the stand-up. The ground, Silva will look for submissions, but usually arm bars. And her takedowns are, I don't really see she taking down in the fight really. And she kind of slightly struggles with the takedown. She more would want to stand, but she kind of struggle with the takedowns. And like I said, most of her submissions are off her back. Right? So as long as Farat can keep this fight at range to where she wants to keep it, which Farat can, she should be able to win this fight, man. I must say here, I'm not liking Farat for this. I mean, there's all around. Farat stand-up is on a different level. The ground, maybe Silva could be better with the submissions, but I think that Farat has enough to defend takedowns here. And like I said, Silva don't really push takedowns like that. And if she does push takedown, it's not like quick double single legs. right? I'm liking Farat, and I'm gonna say Farat by KOTQ, guys, in the third round here. I'm kind of confident in this, but not really. I'm like in between, but I'm gonna put confident though. I'm confident in this one, guys. Just to stand up, finally. Look at Silva stand up. She's flat. Her head don't leave center line. Her punching, her kicking is kind of her technique, like the foundation, the form. You know, it's not there. Farat has good base, has good foundation. And I mean, it's freaking hard to deny that. I mean, if you watch her fights, you can see that, right? Silva will probably more look for the ground in this one, and she's gonna try to push the ground a lot in this one because she knows she won't be able to hang with Farat and stand up like that. So Farat by KOTQ in the third round, and I'm confident in that one. Okay. Next fighter, we got Jim Miller versus Erick Gonzalez. Miller here is going to be the veteran, man. I mean, the guys know Miller here, man. Been around for a long, long time. Very, very well-rounded guy. Will definitely submit you. Deadly on the ground. Have a whole bunch of submissions. I believe he has over, I want to say 18 by submissions or something like that. But he has a lot, though. His guillotine chokes are crazy, and his rear nakeds are crazy, too. So if you're trying to shoot for him and stick your neck out, he's going to get you. Yes, 18 by submission. I was on point with that one. Yeah, his guillotine chokes, rear naked, and point. I must say this, man. If Miller loses this fight, he should retire. Because this guy here, the Gonzalez guy here, is... I mean, like I said, hats off to all the guys that come in here and fight. You know, if you're fighting and that's what you're doing, you make it to the UFC or whichever organization you're fighting. You know what I'm saying? If you put the work in, then you belong there. But there's levels to the game, though, and that's what I'm trying to show here. Gonzalez here is going to have the 3-inch of reach and 3-inch of height, right? He's wild striking, though, and he can get submitted. He will push for takedowns, but he looks kind of sloppy, though, man. He looks sloppy on the stand-up. He's swinging his hands while he has one hand down, his chin not protected. His chin is high. It takes a lot of damage. Just has a lot of holes in his game. He has a lot of holes in his game, and they're actually trying to give Miller a win here, or they're trying to test Miller to see if he's finished. So this is a fight here to give Miller a test to see if he still got it or if he doesn't have it. So this is a guy where he should submit quickly in the first round. If not first, second, he should most likely guillotine this guy or rear naked choke. And especially Gonzalez, I could see more guillotine choke because he dives in, and when he goes for a shot and takedown, there's a specific way you would shoot. Right, he's just like dropping from his back down and like just reaching, and his neck sticking out. You know what I'm saying? He's not dropping levels to where you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not telegraphing the shot. He's just telegraphing it by dropping his neck down. So his neck's open like that. I can see Miller just locking on that for the guillotine choke. So either Miller gonna win by guillotine or a naked choke. I have it first round. It could be second round, but I put first round here. And this is confident, guys. I feel Gonzalez is not on his level, man. Gonzalez is not on the level. I feel Gonzalez is not a UFC caliber fighter. But again, he could come in here and swing well, and then he could catch Miller with a shot and knock him out. Because Miller been knocked out a couple times. Been knocked out 2 times and has been submitted 3 times. But Miller ground game is deadly and is on point. And this guy here, he can get taken down easily. And he's been submitted twice. Like I said, he's wild in there. But you swing your hands wild, you catch somebody in the chin, you know, you can always knock them out. And your face not meant to get hit. But on levels, skill level, on technique and durability and skill set, okay, I'll give him this. Maybe he may be more durable than Miller at this point. Miller is not that durable as he used to be. But this is like one of those gym fights here, man, where, you know, the guy coming here and not that skilled, and you have the other guy who's really skilled, and you just slap on a real submission on him real quick. So Miller supposed can pull this off. So I'm liking Miller for this one. And I'm going to say Miller by submission in the first round. And I'm confident in this play. Miller should be able to get this fight, man. If he come in here healthy and the weigh-ins look good, the face-off looks good, he should can beat this guy. Because like I said, there's levels to the game, man. And Miller is like... Miller's on a different level. The veteran is on a different level, though. It's obvious to see. So Miller by submission first round, and I would say a guillotine choke or rear naked, and I'm confident, guys. All right. Next fighter, we got Andrei Arlovski versus Carlos Felipe. Andrei Arlovski, veteran, man, very experienced guy, is well-rounded, heavy hitter, have sambo background, 2 inch of reach and 3 inch of height. Andrei Arlovski, man, 42. He's the same exact age as me, actually. Age is a number, though, guys. Remember that. Actually, he's a little older than me. He's like maybe a month or so older. But I mean, he's still going though, and he still looks kind of good in there. He's slowed down a little bit though. His speed is not as much there anymore. From what I saw from Chase Sherman, he's not as quick like he used to be. He was a little quicker in other fights against against Tannenbozer. He was a little quicker, man. Even against Philip Lindsay, he was pretty quick in that fight too. But it looked like he's slowing down. Against Tom Askin, he got taken real quick against Chase Sherman. His speed wasn't really there, but he pulled off the window. His opponent here, Felipe, though. Felipe, he can get taken down, but he pop back up real quick. I noticed that about him. So you can get him down, but he pop back up real quick. If you notice this Windsor, though, is mostly split decision Windsor. But this is a guy that will go toe-to-toe with you, man. He will come right in front of you and start swinging the hands, and he's going to be the way quicker fighter here. He's going to be the quicker fighter. And like I said, about Arlovski, the speed is not there anymore, but Arlovski may still have the power, though, right? Take a quick look here, guys. So we're dealing with a speed thing here, man. And Arlovski, the speed is not there anymore. So this guy could hit Arlovski maybe 4 or 5 punches before Arlovski even react. It's just speed. The speed kills, man. Arlovski has 17 by knockout. His last time he had a knockout against somebody was in a long time. He's just been going to decision. He's been picking his shots, picking his fights, picking his movements. The last time he had a knockout was against Travis Browning, man, in 2015. So he's been fighting more smart, picking his shots, looking for takedowns. He's more calculating his movements instead of just going in there and swinging wild, because obviously with Andrei Arlovski, man, he really can't take a hit. Been knocked out 11 times. So, he can't go in there and brawl like that. He has to change up the way he fights now. So, and a guy like Felipe gonna let the hands go. And he's gonna come straight at you and then let the hands go. This is the thing though, if Andrei Arlovski connects, he can knock him out, but this guy Carlos is pretty durable and he can take a friggin' hit, and Arlovski haven't got a knockout since 2015. So unless Arlovski gonna game plan, takedown and pepper him up and use the footwork like he's been using. Andrei Arlovski be using the footwork and move around and hit him with shots, make off a takedown, but how long can Andrei Arlovski keep up that form? Like how long can he keep that pace at? Against a guy like Philip Corrales that's going to come at you and swing and punch. He's going to keep coming forward. So for this fight here, though, for those reasons, for the speed advantage and all those things, I'm going to go towards Philip Corrales for the win here. And I'm going to say Philip Corrales here. I'm going to say about a first one KO. He has 6 by knockout here. He has 5 by decision. I'm going to say a KO in the first round, but not too confident in that though with the finish, and I'm not confident in this fight either because Andrei Arlovski is a veteran, and if he comes in here and game plan, which he looks like he's been wrestling a lot, he could pull up his fight by decision like he usually does, by those game planning, by waiting. He can make Corrales swing his punches around and miss, and then he go for takedown and just win off the rounds. Win off the rounds. Maybe go for a takedown in the second round, in the first, right at the end of the rounds, he pull off takedowns and pull off the fight. I'm saying he could probably do that. And you have Felipe here who's going to try to win by swinging and try to knock him out. And if he can't knock him out, then he's going to lose the fight by decision. So be careful with this one, guys. You got both heavyweight guys here. You just never know what's going to happen. Like I said, Andrei Arlovski is a veteran and he was set up, man. And as I said, he's been wrestling a lot. If he can grind out the win here, then Corrales could lose the fight. But I'm going for Felipe here, guys. I'm going to say KO TQ in the first round. Alright? Not confident at all, man. And main fight in the card here, guys. Main fight in the card. We got Norma Dumont versus Aspen lad. This one's a tricky one here, guys, and I was kind of going back and forth with this one. With Dumont here, Dumont, she'll let her hands go. Her boxing and her kickboxing, I believe she's Sancho, I believe. Her striking is not bad, man. I mean, she's heavy hitter, but she slows down, though. She slows down, and, you know, a little bit at the end of the first, into the second, third, she can slow down a lot, man. Can get taken down, can get grounded out, especially in the second, end of the second, into the third. You can, you know, like I said, she comes in there and she throws everything with 100%. And she's looking to take your head off. But the thing about it that she don't have no knockouts, though. She has never finished a fight by a knockout. So 0. Maybe in her kickboxing matches or Sancho matches, maybe, but she has 0 by KO TKO. She only has 2 by submission and 4 by decision, and she's been knocked out, I believe, by Megan Anderson, right? I'm kind of suspect about this fight here, guys, a little way, you know. Like I said, she can throw, and she throws everything heavy, and she's got the speed and the power is there, but something about her mental, you know, she looks like she can get broken. You know, like she will look good for a little while, and then she start to fade out. And I see that in both fights. I saw that in the Megan Anderson fight, and I saw that in our last fight there against our Felicia Spencer. Even though she's winning the fight, we went to a split, but Felicia Spencer had her in the last end of the second into the third. So she completely lost the third round and maybe a little bit of the second. It's probably a half and a half. So she will fade as a fight go on. And like I said, she will swing and it look like she's packing power with the punches, but she's not knocking out anybody. I don't think she's going to knock out Aspen Ladd. And I feel that Aspen Ladd is a more experienced fighter as far as MMA is concerned. And I feel that Aspen Ladd could get this fight to the ground. Maybe even ground out a decision win on her, man. With the Aspen Ladd here, very, very, very aggressive. Her stand-up, though, is getting slightly better. But it still need work, though. You know what I mean? Norma going to be the better striker here, man. And movement and everything. I feel Norma going to be the better. You know what I'm saying? And Aspen Ladd hasn't fought since 2019 after Yana Kanaskaya fight. Right? That was her last fight there. So she hasn't fought in a little while. Her striking still needs work. But with Aspen Ladd got the heart. And she's determined and she's not going to give up. And she could have the strength here, the strength edge. And she can look for takedowns. I believe her grounding pounds, from what I've seen, is pretty aggressive. Once you get your down, she she start making all these noises. I feel with Dorman will give up. I feel she would crack under pressure, man. And but like I said, Ladd hasn't fought since 2019, so this is a fight where I'm looking at this more more an experience kind of thing as far as MMA is concerned, and also on the mental side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you look at Dumont, I mean, Norma Dumont is pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Her punches, her combinations, her striking is pretty legit, but then she fades. She fades, man, and I saw that in both fights. She fades under pressure. And she swings wild, 100% everything, and it will connect, but, you know, she has no knockouts. No, she was like a German Radamine, no, it's different, or Amanda Nunes, which, you know, is... I'm not saying she can't win this fight. She may come in here and knock out Ladd. I mean, that's possible. This could be her first knockout, which you probably they may look for that because you're looking at this fight as German Radamine, you know, has that punching, and then you look at Norma. Norma may have the similar kind of vibe to that, but it's just a mental thing, man. I mean, it's all a mental thing, and I feel the mentally stronger person here is Ladd, and the heart, I gotta give it to Ladd, man, and then the experience is Ladd. The skill set I give to Dorman as far as the striking is concerned, but the all-around game I have to give to Ladd, in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. So I'm going with Ladd here for the win. And I must say Aspen Ladd by decisions guy, and I'm not confident in this one because, like I said, Norma striking is pretty legit. And if you look at Aspen Ladd striking, it's not at the level. But it's kind of getting better, but her all-around game may be better though, and her confidence and her mental state and her heart is better than Norma's own, in my opinion. Speed advantage, you gotta give it to Norma too. Norma gonna be the way quicker fighter here, and speed does produce power, but she has no knockouts yet. So if she's in there punching, and can't put away Aspen Ladd, this is what I'm talking about. She's punching, swinging, and she can't put away Aspen Ladd. Aspen Ladd is known to come back in the fights and pull it off. That's what I'm looking at. So Aspen led by decision, guys. I'm definitely not confident, and I could see Norma winning this fight, and especially I can see she winning by a knockout too, because she has the credentials to get her first knockout on Aspen led. She has the speed, she has the technique, she has a good foundation, so she definitely can get the win here. But I like Aspen led by decision, and I'm not confident, guys. Okay. Quick look at the odds here, guys. We're working with. What are we working with? Alright, man, so yeah, Holly Holmes versus Dumont, so the whole bunch of fights here. Okay, Irene Carnelazy versus Nunes. Actually, I don't disagree with this guy. It's kind of close to even, because Nunes hasn't fought since 2018. She has a sawed-off-tin business going on, and I feel Irene physically stronger, and she's been active. So I don't disagree with the odds. Close fights. Like I said, Nunes could still win, but close fight. Because close to even, so I don't disagree. Wow, we got Davis as underdog. Okay, Davis versus, I'm just going to say Bat, guys. Batgerel. They got Bat here as favorite. Well, I mean, hey. I feel this fight is a more closer fight. It should be pretty similar to the Nunes and Arena here. Maybe I would put it more 140 around there. Maybe, I guess because Davis hasn't been in the UFC for a while, but they want to put Bat as favorite. But I put it more as an even fight, to be honest, because I feel either guys could win. So not one guy here should be high on the favorite, and I feel that Bat is too high. It's a more of an even fight, guys. Okay, because it can go either way. Davis can. I have Davis winning. I feel Davis can win this fight. Reaching the height, very experienced guy. Have a good winning streak there, and came back, and he's fighting a little different, He's still hittable though, but Bat is usually looking for counters, and if he can't get the counter, then what's going to happen to him? And there you go. Can he keep that pace? I don't think so. I think Davis would more keep up that pace. I disagree with the odds in this, which even though I had Davis winning and his underdog, so it's great. But be careful with this one. I wouldn't go high on Bat, guys. Okay, be careful. Klein and Nate. I have Klein as freaking high. Holy crap. Yeah, he's high. I really don't disagree though, because I feel like he should beat Nate. But like I said, Nate is kind of like a he's kind of like a Darren Elkins in a kind of way. So I would have Klein as favorite, but I wouldn't have him so high though. I probably have Klein maybe like 160. So a 3 something is way too high. So be careful with this one, but I do believe Klein should win though. Roberts and Emeev, man, they got Emeev super high too. Roberts hasn't fought in a while, but I wouldn't have Emeev. Why they put these guys so high, man? I mean, Roberts not a bad fighter, guys. So I can like, dude, Roberts could come in here and get a punch and Emeev and knock him out. Believe that. Believe that, man. It could be an upset here. This for Danny Roberts and Emeev could be an upset. So Emeev being so high, I disagree, man. This is a very close fight. Close to even, I would give the edge to Emeev, maybe like 150 around there, maybe 160. But don't sleep on Danny Roberts, man, because like I said, he's up and down. But when he's up, yo, man. And if he catches you with something, then it's over. You know what I'm saying? But Emeev should be able to grind out a win here, but be careful with this one though. Emeev is too high. All right. Andrew Sanchez and Silva, 160 straight across. This fight here, guys. 150 is close. I would have this fight more even, because I do believe Sanchez could edge a win here. Because when you see guys like Silva, just all knockout, brute strength, and you have a wrestler like Sanchez who can grind, and if he's just specifically trained wrestling just for this fight, he trains to avoid the hits and just wrestle, like chain wrestle all the way through. Only 3 rounds. He will win the fight. He just has to avoid getting knocked out. Pin up Silva against the cage and keep doing the same thing over and over again. He could win. I disagree with the odds in here. This is an even fight. Be careful with this one. This fight here, the Andrei Sanchez and Bruno Silva and the Roberts and Roberts and Emeev, be careful with this fight, man. These fights are very, very close. Very even fights. And it can go either way, okay? Luna Carolina and Lupita. Have Lupita at 200. I wouldn't put Lupita so high, because Carolina hide and reach. Probably have Lupita maybe like around. I have her winning, but maybe like around 150, close, very close even. But I have her winning on the odds though. I have her as favorite, which she is, but she's 200 is too high. But I feel like she should win though, but still be careful with it because Carolina hide and reach. You never know, man. She could come in and just implement it. Haven't really did it though, but you know, you just never know, right? Manon Fiorot and Bruno Buono, Maria Buono. Farat here, 245. My confident pick here. Farat should win this fight, guys. You know, overall stand-up wise, you know, I feel Bueno is not on the level. The stand-up is just totally on a different level. But the ground, Bueno may have the ground edge here, but her ground though is not. It's not at that high level either, in my opinion. She could get the submission, but it's mostly arm bars, and she usually get it off her back. And her takedowns are not that great, so Farat should win this fight, and it's a confident pick for me. So at 200, it could be a little lower, maybe in the 180s or so, but I still see she winning though. So I don't really disagree with this one too much, all right? But still be careful though. Mayra and Gonzalez, Mayra at 230. I don't disagree with the odds on this for Mayra. Mayra is supposed to can beat Gonzalez, man. And like I said, if Mayra doesn't beat Gonzalez, he should maybe retire. Because this is a fight where this guy, Gonzalez, is not on that level. He's not on that skill level. There's holes in everything. There's holes in his ground, holes in his stand-up, holes in his submission game. His takedowns, he take him down. Mayra can just get a takedown. If Mayra get a takedown or get his neck, is over. So I don't disagree with the odds on this one. Arlovski and Felipe. Totally agree with this one. I totally agree because Arlovski is a huge veteran here. And Felipe, he will swing and can't get a knockout, and then he may gas out, can get taken down. Usually he carry a good pace though and doesn't really get tired, but both big guys, you don't know what to expect here. Anything is possible. So even is perfect. Aspen Lad and Dumont. Aspen Lad is favorite here. And it's close. It's a close fight. It's close to even, so I don't disagree. I can see it going either way, so it's about right. It's close to even. The edge and a little bit of Lad on the win here, which I don't disagree. I feel Lad is more of the well-rounded here. Her striking is not on the level of Norma, but I feel she's more MMA though. She's more put together where she can look for takedowns, a little tricky stuff in the cage that she can pull off a win. So I don't disagree with the odds here. The fights that I disagree with though, guys, are the Andrei Sanchez and Silva. Be careful with that one. Danaa Roberts and Emeev, be careful with that one. Those are probably the only two. I mean, the Klein and the Nate, I feel Klein should win that fight. Yeah, so those are the only two. Just the Andrei Sanchez and Bruno Silva, especially Andrei Sanchez and Bruno Silva. Be careful with that one. I could see Sanchez getting a win there, man. And Emeev and Roberts, be careful with that one. Alright, guys, so that's my MMA odds breakdown there. And I'm going to try to get to the Bellator, guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, but I'll try though. But that's about it, guys. You guys keep on kicking. One love out to everybody. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to my Patreon account. And